yesterday.
How are we doing with the blood scythe and herbalism and stuff like that?
So we had some fun in Zul'gurub yesterday. That was a long time ago since I was there. So we had some fun yesterday in Zul'gurub. It was a long time ago since I was there. So picked up a couple of quests on the island in Centronville and then just went in with this group, laybacked. Easy loot rules. A lot of the time the loot was simply on group loot. And there where it went wrong with the bosses, everybody just paused and we just divided the loot. Simple as that. So what happens? First, of course, you move into the bad boss. Bad boss is actually easy. There's a couple of packs over there, and as you can see over here, some people need to pay attention because these things explode. The bad riders explode, and that gives you some pain. Well, some guys had to have a hard time learning that. They died like 4 times, especially the guy on in the top left corner of the interface where I heal everybody. He was out of luck, or he was actually not right. One of the two. So after you clear all these packs, you end up in front of him, and then of course it's a chance to do. Well, actually keep him just where he lands. So when he comes off his ledge, just keep him over there, turn him away from the raid because there's a silence that he does. That this tank doesn't do that actually, but okay. Then at some point he calls in some vets. We have some bombardments, some fire rain. Just stay out of fire, and this is the last chance that you still have your multi-core gear and fire resist. I had like 154 in geared in my gear and resistance, and I needed it actually because in the end I found out that I still have my grinding settings, and that's why I don't see the particles that much, don't see too much clutter, ground clutter as well. So I hardly saw, I was just standing in the fire in the end, so just make sure your settings are set that you can see the ground clutter and especially see the particles around you. That's all done in the setup, by the way. Yeah. So for the rest, nothing more to it.
Yes!
So then just clearing packs until you get to the next boss. It's not too hard, just pay attention. And then you end up
okay, we're gonna nuke the snakes first.
And he has poison. All the packs in front of him has poison. So make sure you turn those snakes as soon as possible. Watch out for patrols. And then the side parts is just kill all the ads first. And then make sure when they're dead that you keep moving the boss. Because he pops some green cloud. A green cloud of poison, so all the leaders behind him will get damage and die. So just move him a lot, and then you'll be okay. Just round this whole area, and that's great. Actually, you will see that in a minute. So something like right now, I guess. Yeah. So that the dispelling is also one thing. I didn't have it set up in my interface, so if you see my interface later, you can see that Healbot then has extra bars for all the mobs, so it's easy to dispel. So then it's just a quick move, killing some more snakes, some berserkers. Watch out for a knockback, of course. Don't pull two. And then you end up at a group with blood drinkers. Of course, spread them out, but not into the group. Of course, keep the group in distance, and then you'll be okay. Now these also have knockback, so sometimes if they kick you into another group, that is painful. I'm wrong. We went not to the blood drinkers yet. This was the spider boss, of course. But same principles. So the spider boss quite easy, just knock him down. Sometimes he dispel. Nothing to it. This is quite easy, getting some ads down. Nature resist would help. Yeah, the off tank just catch the spiders before they get into the raid. You see me looking around for my dispel button, but I didn't set it up yet. Didn't have time between the last boss and this boss. But they both need the same thing. There it is. Still didn't help, so I changed more. Yeah, it takes a little while, but okay, so this is actually what I talked about before. Don't get knocked back over here. There's all these piles over here with voodoo dolls. Just loot them and then see for what class they are, and then that's just a class roll. Everybody needs 3 in the end. If they get from the bosses their extra equipment. And then they have to return in at the island to get a gear piece. If you die, the rest by these spirits. I don't expect that you get 3 So another fun thing over here is that you see all these spirits on the side. If you die, they will rest you, but they will also upgrade the boss. So the boss gets stronger and stronger. So the raptor does not die first. You have to kill the raptor at last, because when you kill the raptor, the boss engages for a minute. So just get your off tank, put the raptor far away from him. And actually there's a ledge on the left side of the stairs. That's where actually the healer stands, and then the raptor stands on top of that area. And the boss is just running around down there. That will be okay. Of course, if you have your raid members close to these ghosts, that would be nice, but you don't know which ghost will come first, so I don't think the closest is coming, but you could actually try it out. So in this case, we killed the boss, and then we had the raptor still alive, and he can still do quite a lot of damage. But if you wipe after you killed the boss, don't worry. We did it, and then the raptor just disappears.
Keep up still.
Watch out for the ghosts. Oh wait, are they us?
So don't watch out for the ghosts, they help us. Well,
yeah,
one thing that you watch out for is not dying.
No, I don't do anything.
Dying makes him strong. Oh yeah, if he watches, if the boss watches you when he announces that, then don't do anything, because otherwise you die instantly. So that's the main cause of death actually over here, and that makes him stronger, so bad thing.
Just nuke him if you can.
As you see, I just got a res of one of the spirits.
There we go.
Ah, fuck, I forgot it. Just pass everything.
So then we end up killing a couple of tigers, and then we're at the tiger boss. When he comes, there's like 3 mobs. One is a healer, in this case marked as a blue. Just get him out of the way so we can't reach the other ones. Then I'll bring them down to 10%. When they are at 10%, just bring them together. And when they're together, then just nuke them down. They have to die within a time window of about 10 seconds. And then they're dead. If not, then they respawn, so you have to do it again. After they died, then the real boss spawns. And he needs to be tanked where I'm actually standing right here. So this is where the raid stands, and then the tank stands actually a little bit more back as he is doing now. But of course this is not the fight yet. You will see in a second that we just have them opposite sides of these walls. And that makes it easier because sometimes you charge away and then there's always close distance between the tank and the raid. Off tank just brings him back to the tank. That will
Spell the silence.
So about the whole dungeon, there are like 6 priests, high priests. They need to die and then you can do Hakar. In this case we did that, so that means that Hexar is not mandatory to do. And we skipped him, which is bad actually because there's a lot of nice loot for healers. So now these spawns. So you see the raid is all moving up to these walls. And he's being tanked against, actually he could be tanked a little bit more to the left side, to the green wall, but that's okay. As long as the tank has something in his back, it's okay. So here we jump in after we had looted something. We need to bring to Net Pagel in Dustvolle Marsh, get some bait, catch some fishes over here, then they have some lure to catch this big dragon, 3-headed dragon. Before you do that, jump in the water, clear the water of all the fishes, so they don't interfere with your raid. So here you all dive in the water, stay underwater as deep as you can. Don't be afraid of dying. All the undeads have long enough breath to do this. And you'll be kicked up out of the water a couple of times. So in that moment you can breathe and just dive under again. So there's the dragon with 3 heads. Just nuke him down. Quite easy actually. Yeah, just look at the fight. Enjoy it. So the only real event is that being kicked up. So if you do this on land, you drop down and die. If you land in the water, you'll be okay.
You're noobies.
Don't forget to swim down again.
What's all this fucking hate?
Bros don't die. There's a fucking fish.
I'm not dead.
Fuck off, fish. Oh my god. Oh.
But this is where you want actually all the fish dead, otherwise you still have people dying from fish, or you are being interrupted by fish, which is bad enough. But that fight is simple. If there's a fish, kill it, and then continue killing the boss. this raid didn't have strong leadership. Maybe not needed because it was quite easy. But especially at the last boss, it was a pain.
I think I should get the first.
So at this point, we had 2 bosses to go. We went to the Panther boss and then to Hakar.
Yeah, okay. I vote we vote 10 last to get the
As said, we skipped Hexar.
Dead last, mate. Dead last.
Simply because the tank was falling asleep. You needed to work the next day, and we took about 4 hours to get this raid going. Alright, not to get going, to get it finished.
You can go, it's okay.
So this is the Panther boss. I'm standing here at the gong. So as soon as you hit the gong, then the fight starts. Don't worry, he's not spawning directly, he's not killing the guy that hits the gong, so you can just send anybody over there that is disposable.
So can you put a flare up in the left side?
Now you see this sort of fence on 2 sides. Make sure all the clothes are against the fence with the back. So that when the boss spawns later, that he doesn't is behind you and kills you.
Okay,
he spawns in on the other side of the fence, so that's a good point. The other thing is that the ads, don't kill the ads at the first moment. Just wait until the boss disappears. When the boss disappears, then kill all the ads and be quick. Because this is getting out of hand with a lot of ads quick. So save your mana and bring them together quick to kill.
New flares. Or flare, sorry.
Then when the boss spawns again, just nuke the boss down. Well, just. You can do some more details on the placement of the raid over here. But overall, we made it. Now you have to consider that a lot of people didn't do this raid for many years. So they're still perform well. And I think compared to back then, we are simply better geared when we go in here.
Yes, you go down.
You can see how many ads there are. I wonder if there's something to say for just getting all the ads on the boss and then AoE the boss and the ads at the same time. So at least you keep your ads under control.
Can you read sound?
Can't remember that from the past
Yes,
actually.
you can. They will despawn. Or not. Okay, I'm taunting.
Ah, fuck.
all path.
So they are here at different times. So one hunter go and pull them one by one. So we always
So
have
this is
one up
Hakar.
here.
There's only one big mechanics. Just tank him where he stands and keep him
One.
there.
Okay.
And then one person just walks down, gets the son of Hakar, and just before Hakar
Can
starts
you
to
pull
drink our
them from
blood,
upstairs?
we want to stand
Just
in the
Off the ledge,
poison
you should
of
be
this
able to.
snake. So just kill
maybe.
the small son of Hakar, stand with the raid in this green stuff, and then we have corrupted blood buff on us. Then when Hakar is sucking our blood, then we actually poison him and he doesn't gain power,
You
but
ready?
he is actually dying. Everybody that is not being affected with the blood
Keep him
will
alive
actually
here,
help
then.
him, so that's a bad thing. Now, we didn't finish Hakar today, or tonight actually, last night.
Okay.
Simply
Pulling.
because the tank was asleep at this time. He was so tired, and he needed just 3 hours sleep before he got to work. That doesn't matter. It resets the first night. It reset it already after a day. So today there's 3 days of getting him down. So if you're with your guild over here and you need 2 nights because you only rate like 2 hours a night, then that's fine. You have 3 days to kill him.
Mind control.
And I do love the 3 days reset. This is So much fun this raid.
To spell green,
And I
please.
guess you can do this quickly with less people. Get even more out of it, especially the rep. The rep of this raid is interesting because it gives you all these nice head and legs enchants and some extra enchants for weapons and that kind of stuff. So running Zul'gurub a couple of times is helping the guilds CQ.
Do we need 2 tanks on him?
Helping you a lot.
We might need that.
My first rep is in.
Can we maybe save him?
Don't know. Try. Jump down.
Thanks for watching. Sticking out so long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice
Okay,
to know.
we don't
if
need
you
to
run off
pause
the
another
platform,
car for a
boss
minute
will
at least
reset.
Yeah.
So if you have aggro and you run off, he resets. Which is bad if you're a tank and trying to get him down. But let's say if you're
We'll just
on the
have to
verge
do a
of
tank
wiping,
swap for it then.
just having the last people running on both sides of the platform down will help a lot. Make sure that then, of course, there's not extra ads over there because they wipe you. So about the drain of blood, you will see that over here. Everybody is green. That's actually the buff that you need to have. But
Grab
the
it and
buff
get the
doesn't stay
poison.
forever, so you have to pull up a son of a car every time. And
Quickly, we've
you
got
see it over
15
here.
seconds.
So the son of a car is on the
10
right
seconds.
side behind
Group
my
up,
interface.
group up. Everyone.
And now everybody has corrupted blood, so you have to run in there. Quick. Now you kill him.
You see.
He gives us the debuff. And now when Hakar is actually... Now he's getting the corrupted blood of everybody, and that makes the die easier. It is the way to do it. Rinse and repeat.
Avoid the poison.